Okay, we're going to talk about how to get to SketchUp, well, how to start up SketchUp and some very basic tools. This is a 5 minute or less than 5 minute video. SketchUp is, in my case here, up in my bookmarks bar. It may not be in your case, but we will talk about this in another video. Anyhow, once SketchUp is open, this will take a moment here to open up. I'm just going to click a new SketchUp file, and I'm going to do millimeters in this case. Okay, so this is a 3D space. We are, you noticed that we are probably not going to do in 3D right away. I want you to be thinking very precisely, and we're going to do a plan view. We're going to look straight down on our object, meaning if I draw anything here, it's in 3D space, and looking straight down on it would be, like this. But there's actually a button here on the right, and you can't see it because the window is not big enough. That stinks. Let me make this smaller. Maybe I can make this smaller. There we go. Here. Okay, so here, the views button. And why is it sometimes there and sometimes here it is, under scenes. Okay, plan view, straight down, looking straight down on it. And I also want to take out the perspective. No perspective, straight down. Okay. So now if you draw anything, let's say, a square. If you get the little blue, you see that blue dotted line that indicates it's a square. Right now the dimensions are 1,221 millimeters by 1,221. That's like 1.20 meters. Let's make it a meter. That's 1,000. And then a comma, a space, and another 1,000. And then you just hit enter. So this second square here, first was rectangle. This square here is 1,000 by 1,000 millimeters big, which is, pretty big. It's over 3 feet. But the scale doesn't really matter right now, because we're not like making these objects in reality. We're not 3D printing them or printing them out. We're just drawing. You also notice that there is a blue area here. That is actually a surface. You can delete that surface, and then you just have lines. You can recreate the surface just by using your pen tool and either drawing another line, I'm going to undo that, or you can draw a diagonal line. It will put a surface back in if it works. If it doesn't put a surface in, that means the geometry is warped. Something that is like an object is twisted. SketchUp doesn't do twisted surfaces. It only does flat surfaces. So if you're trying to put a surface in and it won't, that means you're planning to do something that SketchUp can't do, and there's most likely somewhere a mistake that you made. But anyhow, here, this is the select tool. The select tool allows you to select an object. It will be turned in blue. You can delete it if you want to now. Control Z to undo. Or I want to select this object and delete it. I just hit delete on my keyboard and undo. If you want, you can also select a surface. Let me recreate a surface. If you select a surface, it looks like this. That is a selected surface. And again, you can delete it. SketchUp is self-healing. And this video is almost over, meaning if you create a line, well, first of all, it created a surface, but it also cuts these surfaces in half because the line went right through the surface. If you delete that line, it heals the surface. Right now, it was two surfaces, one here, one there. If you delete that line, it becomes one surface again. It does the same thing with lines. If you happen to cut them, they become two. Here, there's now two lines. And here's one. Come here. And if I delete that line here, it heals itself, and this becomes one object and another object.